two things is true. Anthony worked his ass off on this true or false, and McNuggets has no idea what it is.
I have no idea.
Are you sure about that?
No,
Allegedly.
they wouldn't even show me I couldn't get in the rundown.
Okay,
They
good.
locked me out
So
the
we have
rundown.
integrity.
All right.
Yes.
Right. Who's the player
Integrity is in
today?
place.
I
Board of
lost last
integrity.
week.
If he wins,
If
there
he
might
wins,
be questions.
he's
Who
automatically
Who won last
cheated.
time?
Not
Oh,
me.
Tyvus
won
won
again.
You won last
Oh, no.
time. No,
You
Bull.
won.
Oh,
Yeah.
did?
I
Okay.
beat G in the tiebreaker.
Yes, you
right?
broke
Yes,
the
right.
title.
Yes.
Right.
Hey, by the way,
Reggie Ragland.
I have
Bulls on a run.
I have
I'm
the
on fire.
the
I'm on
most
fire.
runner-ups of all time. I'm
You
Jay
are.
Mariotti.
You're like the Bills.
Jay Mariotti, that's right.
Or I thought you were the Jim Kelly
Young
Bills.
Marvin Lewis of his time.
Or Marvin
Yeah,
Lewis.
hey, I'll take
You can't
that
be the
too.
Bills because you have won.
I have one.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm
You're
Marvin.
like, you're like John Stockton.
Who we got?
All right, the subject today is Ricky Rubio.
Ooh,
Ruby, this is kind of.
that's random.
You know, this is my wife's favorite player.
Why?
I don't know.
You like how he
never
looks?
seen him play.
She probably like that Latin thing, you know. She's like Filipina. She's like his skin is
she
dark, but
smile
not as
when
dark
she
as
sees
mine.
All right.
Did you hear
let's-
what
What you say?
he asked you?
What do you say?
She be smiling when he come on the TV.
Oh man, she be doing all kind of extra. She's like, "Is that a Rubio?" I said, "Stop rolling your tongue when you say his name around me like that."
Yeah.
It's Rubio,
It's
not Rubio.
Rubio.
Is that Ricky
Question number
Rubio?
one. Y'all crazy, man.
All right, here we
Ricky
go.
Rubio was the first player born in the 1990s to be drafted in the NBA.
This is too false. I decided I'm gonna start speaking out loud to try to throw people off. This is false, by the way. What you think, Bull? Don't be listening.
True.
It is true.
False.
Do-do-do-do-do.
McNuggets, is this your opportunity for your first win?
It is. I came in second with McLaurin. Last
Oh, what's happening here? We got an answer?
Do we have
You
an
got an
answer?
answer?
All right, let's go, Steve.
We're awfully quiet. in here.
Oh, how you, man?
Yeah, no, I knew that one was true. I've heard that before.
I remember he was extremely young when he got drafted.
Well, he was drafted the same year as Steph, so 2007, which means
He was 18. He was just barely
Yeah.
18.
just damn it.
Steph was probably born in '89.
Sorry, kiddo.
Steph.
All right,
was
next
kinda
question.
Dang.
I'll come back.
Ricky Rubio was the youngest player to debut in the Spanish ACB League at 14 years and 11 months.
This is definitely true.
Yeah, this is
Definitely true.
This definitely true. I was gonna say Luca was playing that.
False. Gotta be false. It's a bad job out of you guys if it's true.
We got three truths
true.
and
Yeah.
one false.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
is true.
And I thought,
It is
and I
true.
thought Luca was the youngest because he was like 12 or
But
something.
Luka didn't play in the same league.
Oh,
Let's see what it do.
You,
It's true, though.
You
That-
basketball
that-
nerds.
Now let me explain why that's a bad job by these guys.
I'm right back. By the way, I'm
You can't
right
ask two questions in a row about the youngest, essentially the same question,
Well,
and
who
have the same
says?
answer.
Who says we can't do that?
Is that
I think
in
it's
the,
bad.
is that in the charter?
I think that's more.
Is that in the collective bargaining? I don't
I'm
remember
giving it
seeing
to
The
that.
Articles of Confederation.
Earl and Anthony both get one demerit for that.
The DeMaurice Smith of true and false.
They could have been throwing you off the trail.
I don't
so
like
wait,
that.
we're the only ones with 2-0?
No, you're
you
2
were
and
the
0.
only one.
We're all 1-1.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed the first one.
I missed
That's
the first
right.
one.
Pressure's on. Can I
Let them know
hold?
again, Jay.
Can I close?
But we all know the answer. That's no.
Question number 3. Ricky Rubio was named FIBA Europe Men's Player of the Year award
Jesus.
5 times. 5 times.
FIBA.
Come on, man. Ain't nobody
This
done.
is. I know the answer to this one, and that's a good question. Y'all tricky with that one.
And by the way,
Stop
the
giving clues.
only person that won anything 6 times is Jordan or something.
That was
bro.
5.
Yeah.
False.
Come on, man.
False across
Ixnay.
the board.
We got falses across the board. Steve, what is it?
Falsified records.
I got that perfect game going.
So Jay's up by 1 on all 3 of us.
Yes. You know, this is the quietest true or false
I
we've
know.
ever had. You know
Because
why?
People locked in.
Tyvus in here.
Yeah, right?
Should I channel my inner Tyvus?
No.
Challenge,
Absolutely.
channel your inner Tyvus.
All right. You're
You're now the greatest at everything you've ever tried to do. And even some things you haven't tried to
I
do.
once texted Mike, he's Tyvus without the talent.
I was very
thinks he's
very
greater.
offended by that.
You should be.
I was very offended by that.
That's
I do remember that. I was on that text thread.
that's devastating.
He was
All right, next
he's just
question.
mad because he knows I would lock up Wayne Corbett.
Just before his ACL injury, Rubio recorded his 6,000 career assists.
6,000 is a lot of assists.
And I don't remember.
And I don't remember him saying nothing about
I
that.
don't either.
No,
I think I would have heard about that.
no.
Hold on.
I just don't remember. I mean, we would have
Okay.
heard about it because
Probably.
it would have happened here in Cleveland.
No.
True.
Go Bucks, go Giannis. True.
We got 2 truths. We got 2 false.
Yeah.
All right, the graphic is blank. The answer to that is false.
What?
Wait, if there's no graphic, does it count?
No.
Oh, it
Yes.
counts.
No, if there's
Yes.
no
Oh,
graphic.
it counts.
No, there's no
I know it
graphic.
definitely counts.
No, there's no graphic. There's no proof.
We had a
The
hiccup
assist
with
number
the
was
V-man.
5,000.
No, they just gotta put it
Did
in.
you have false?
I have
Nah, I
false.
got
Nah,
wrong.
and listen, so now I'm in
We
second
would have
place again.
remembered that. It would have
4-3.
happened here.
I know. I just. Yeah,
What was the actual number?
5,043.
Yeah, just barely over
6,000. 6,000.
That's a
lot
of assists. Okay,
We're not
so
letting one graphic hold us back.
I got 4,
I got 3.
And we got 2.
2. Okay.
I'm right in second where I should be.
All right, next question.
Yeah.
Ricky Rubio refuses to ever wear Adidas shoes, especially when playing.
He looks like an
Ever
idiot.
and especially are interesting there. Ever
Are we talking about Adidas? We're talking about like.
Adidas shoes.
Yeah, it's lowercase though. I don't know. We got to get the grammar right here.
Come on, McNuggets, you backdoor producing again.
All right, listen. I'm Tyvus. I'm doing what Tyvus would do.
Man, I don't even know if they got Adidas shoes out.
Especially when playing.
Well, he
It's a
wasn't.
weird way.
Yeah, that's what's throwing me
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Ever would include ever.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say I never do this, but
So
especially
If
when
we
I-
find one picture of him in Adidas online,
Nah, I like he look like he wear Adidas Sambas. You know what the Sambas is.
I
Somebody
don't
pulled
think
them
so.
up.
I just made a last-second change.
Oh, you did?
I went with true. I was false the whole way.
I'm going false.
I'm
All
going
right, we
true
got
also.
3 truths and a false.
Oh, you're true, so I can't be
Steve,
passed.
whenever you ready.
Can't be caught then.
Oh, why did I
Big
switch?
false.
Damn.
Why did I switch?
They want my perfect game. but I
Always
still
go
have-
with your first
You're
gut
up
feel.
1 on me and G now. You're up
Yeah.
1 on me and G, and
No.
2 on Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right. Yep.
How many questions left?
2.
I think 3.
All right, we got
Three
3
left?
questions left.
Yeah, you're
Let's give
4
a,
and 1.
update of where we
3,
are.
2.
I
4,
could be
3,
caught.
3, 2.
I could
4,
be
3,
caught.
3, 2.
All right.
Jay can be caught. That is
brothers.
confirmed.
All of which played.
Next question. Rubio has 3 brothers, all of which has played professional basketball.
Can I call my wife? Babe,
Can he use a phone a friend?
phone a friend? Hey, you know Rubio's situation? Yeah. All right.
Hey, if she knows all that, you're in trouble.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. Don't make me have to. I'll divorce you and get half your money. Hey, alimony. G. Bush out here winning. Yeah, man. Carter messing with Ricky
I
Rubio.
want to change my answer. I'm
I'm gonna
second
go
guessing
with-
myself now.
That's what I just did in the
I
coffee.
know, and now I'm in
Go
my
with
head
your,
thinking.
go with your gut. Go with your
My
gut.
wife says false.
I said true.
3
True.
truths and a false. Steve, who we got?
Damn it.
Dang. You know what?
I wanted to change it.
G.
I
Bush, you
wanted
just
to change
tied
it.
me.
I know.
No. G. Bush. It's
tied.
4.
Oh, no, he was.
I had 3. Now it's just
Yeah,
four.
so 4,
I have
4,
4, 3, and 2.
Okay.
Now,
I knew
listen.
I knew I should have changed
4,
that.
4,
I
3,
knew I
2.
should have changed that.
All right.
I'm changing the locks.
I knew I should have changed
2
that.
to go.
All right, next question.
Let's go.
Ricky Rubio helped FC Barcelona win the Europe League Championship in 2010.
See, this is
See,
cheating.
y'all sneaky with that one. Y'all sneaky
This
with
is
this
cheating because there's too many leagues
Y'all
over
sneaky
there.
with this
It's
one.
100 leagues over there, bro.
Stop saying things, McNuggets. You're
Look, that talking conversation is
one.
getting boys today.
I just talked myself into this.
Stop messing around, will you?
I just talked myself into this.
All right, here we go. True.
False.
What you didn't know is I put a trap card face down. The Millennium Piece has told me that it is false.
We
Merrick.
got 2 truths and 2 false.
this
I
means
would
it-
just say this. This right here will have a major impact on the last question. Steve, take it when you're ready.
Wasn't he in the
5, 4,
That's true.
Wasn't he in the NBA in
3,
2010
3.
I thought he tore his ACL during that time.
He
He was
was-
out that time of year.
though? He was in the NBA in
No, he
2010.
wasn't.
5, 4, 3, 3, right?
He didn't start playing in the NBA
Yeah, you got
until
2 left or 1?
2011.
Son of a buckskin rug.
So you and I are out.
We're out.
You, yeah.
You know what's
so
funny? I
if you,
changed
if
my
you get
answer.
this right, you can time me.
I know.
I changed my answer to the wrong one, and then the one I didn't
Come
want to change,
on.
I didn't change. That
I
was
should have
G and
played.
J, how y'all feel going
I'm
into the
feeling
final
great.
Anthony-
I feel like I got this thing. The title,
Dude, you gonna
the
finish
belt is
second
within
again?
reach.
Anthony, I should have played my Dark Magician that last one.
You played the Blue Eye Dragon.
But
and
blue
you
eyes. I have another blue eyes in my deck.
Final question.
screwed up.
All right.
Back in the day.
What cards?
Ricky Rubio is the first player to score 51 points in a FIBA junior tournament
Man,
since
we've learned more about
2001.
FIBA than we've ever wanted to know here.
Yeah, that's why these are
A lot
so
of FIBA
tough.
action.
Yeah, they went to Europe for this one.
Rubio's the first player to score 51 points since 2001, did it say?
Yeah.
Like that's gonna make like I would know what happened before.
Well, you
then.
have Darko Milicic
Yeah,
scored it in '99.
my pre-2001 FIBA knowledge is slim.
Yeah.
What do you have?
After 2001, I feel like I know it top to bottom. But pre
All right.
Earl, Duke of
These
Earl,
are
killing us
the
today.
me and Bo are the throwaways. I went false
True.
and true. So
False.
someone's gonna finish in last.
Did you win?
I got the belt.
Oh,
Got the
J1.
belt.
What we got?
Son of a buckskin
False,
rug.
false, true.
It's true.
I
Yeah,
ended up in
true.
a tie for second with G.
And so because G and I
J1.
had the same answer,
That last place finishes for Tyvus. I wanted to do it in his honor.
Mike, you finishing dead last.
just like the fantasy football.
I did it
league.
for Tyvus. I did it for
Press
Tyvus.
conference time.
I did it for
Jay, you
Tyvus.
came in, man. You came out strong.
Yeah.
Stumbled down the stretch. How do you feel about your victory?
I feel great. I would feel a lot better about it if Tyvus had been here, because I take special joy in beating Tyvus and all that I do. But it doesn't diminish. It doesn't take anything away from this. It feels good to have that belt back in my possession.
Hey,
so.
somebody need to ask me about my runner-up again. I'm Phil Mickelson. Come on.
I do got a question for you all.
What's up, bro?
So Donovan Mitchell dropped 45 points in his return to Salt Lake City yesterday. But Jordan Clarkson came in with like 15 of his 32 in the fourth, and the Cavs ended up losing.
And some huge threes.
Are the Cavs having issues closing out games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely are, and that's fair. That's a great question, Earl, but I just don't think how you could, I don't see how. Now, they've also pulled some victories from the jaws of defeat, but there's too many games of their now 16 losses that they were in position to win with 2 minutes to go, and they did not.
They was up like 7, wasn't
They're up
they?
7, then Utah went on a 13-0 run. Their biggest issue late in the game, they don't have a stopper. They do not have one guy who you could put out there on a perimeter
On the
score.
perimeter.
Yeah, on
I
the
mean,
perimeter
Who
for
can score.
sure.
Now, Mitchell at times can do that, but like last night, they couldn't ask him to focus his energy defensively because he was literally carrying the offense.
Yeah.
And Karis LeVert, I know he's low-hanging fruit,
Oh,
he's a target,
jeez.
but in that small forward position, the Cavs need a 3-and-D guy, and LeVert is
Yeah,
the
they don't have
streakiest
anything.
three-point shooter on the team.
He is.
And
And he plays no D. Clarkson cooked him last night, and granted, we watched the highlights this morning. I watched the game last night, watched the highlights this
Some of
morning.
those threes were wide open.
They were wide open. It's tough to guard dudes in the NBA today. Like, elite offense is going to beat good defense, but he's got to make it tougher. And if he's going to continue to be a streaky shooter and play that caliber of defense down the stretch, when they isolated him individually time after time after time, he can't play in the clutch. He just can't be
Well,
on the
Clarkson
court.
said after the game, I saw how they were defending me.
Hey,
And I
hey,
knew
well,
how to
then who are they
attack them,
supposed
and
to
that's
use?
what they saw.
At some
well,
point,
I
I
don't
think
know
you
that he's
put
on the
Mitchell,
roster
but
right now.
that's my
Yeah.
point. They don't have that answer, which is why time
I mean,
after time after
Okoro's
time.
the best defender, but he was sick.
Yeah.
Losing
And-
Jared
and
losing Jared Allen.
Jared
Jared
Allen.
Allen, to
They
me,
got- 'cause they got
when-
killed on the
When
glass.
he went out, he was sick, and
He played 7 minutes and
As
it was
soon
done.
as he went out, I thought, uh-oh, we're going to need him down the stretch.
Yeah. I
and
think
he
they got
wasn't there.
out-rebounded by 20.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It's so,
That's effort.
It's so
And Olympic
crazy that
didn't
you
even
need
play.
2 rim protectors.
That's true.
It's so crazy that you got to have, because I thought Mobley played, I mean, he had 4 or 5 blocks.
Yeah.
And he erased a lot of it. This season is going to come down to 2 things. And Darius Garland is another one on the perimeter who defensively, he's just small. It is what it is. Also, down the stretch, he turns the ball over.
I know he
man.
does.
And
And he's been known to take bad shots in big situations.
it's like you will deal with it because he's the primary ball handler and he's a younger player. But I think what you're seeing now is I feel completely much better if Mitchell has the ball in the fourth quarter because I know I could get a good shot. I know I'm not gonna have the ball on the ground and they do a lot of trapping him. Like the book is out on Garland.
Well, you know why they do?
Yeah,
He's little.
He's
'Cause
little.
He's small, and they know that he's prone to turn it over in that situation.
I think also we still got to remember how young the team is and the fact that Garland and Mitchell are still learning to play together. They haven't played together that much.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
I think it's a problem that Mitchell has become. I don't know that he's become last week or so. I don't like the volume scorer.
He shot
took
over
like-
50% yesterday, though.
I know, but he
took like
did it on
28
he did it on
shots.
47 shots. That's too much volume shooting.
He
You
shot
know?
over 50. I mean, You sure
50%
50%?
is pretty deep.
I'll take
Yeah.
50%.
And he, how many threes he hit? 6 for what?
He wasn't great from 3. I think he was 6 of 17,
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
a little conservative. 2 of those were late chucks.
It was to me when I think of this volume shooting. In Jordan's early years, he was, putting up huge individual numbers, but they weren't winning. We saw LeBron go through that here. Now, he had to because there was nobody else.
Yeah.
But this team, I don't think he has to do that.
Don't you think the negative to me of the volume shooting, even though he shot it at a good percentage, is that it doesn't allow some other guys to get into rhythm?
That's my point
right?
exactly.
I mean,
I don't care if he made 50%. What I care about is that meant 4 other guys were standing around watching him for way too long.
I believe that the only way this works out is Evan Mobley, right? There are times when you look at Evan Mobley, he doesn't have a go-to move. Like he doesn't have he doesn't have a jump hook that's money. He's not extra physical where he can just drop step and finish at the rim. Most of his points come from lobs, rim running, and things like that. And so there's not he
needs to be able to create more.
For them to be where they want to go, he got to be scoring 20 a night, and especially when Jared Allen is out, and say for instance Darius Garland is not having a great shooting night, he has to understand that and become more involved and say, okay, well, I need to be on these boards. Well, I need to be crashing a little more. Put my energy up. Yesterday, it's hard to blame him because he expels a lot of energy defensively, erasing guys, getting beat on pick and rolls. But for the Cavs to be a top-notch seed, they need him to be a guy where people have to account for.
Well, you made 2 good points at that, G. With Allen and Mobley down low, they erase a lot of the other defensive issues with the Cavs. But the reality of the fact is, Darius Garland's a subpar defender. Mm-hmm. Donovan Mitchell can defend when he wants, but last year in the postseason he got torched, and that was part of the issue. And they're not getting any defense from the 3 position. So their 3 perimeter guys are Swiss cheese, and they funnel it down to Allen and Mobley.
And what is this? What is the league today?
A perimeter-oriented
It's a 3-point league.
And back to your point
That's
with
going to kill him in the playoffs.
It
with
will kill
Mobley,
him in the playoffs.
And why I agree, and Jason said it, and I've been saying it the whole time, Mobley has to become a bigger factor on this team. You go back to the last 20 championship teams. Steph Curry last year is the only perimeter guard, to be the best player on a championship team. And you could argue Durant, whatever.
Yeah, but they 7 foot.
And Steph Curry is a top 15 player of all time. Donovan Mitchell in the NBA today is a top 15 player in today's NBA.
Not
We're
all
talking
time, sure.
all-time great versus very, very good NBA player today. Mobley has to be, if not 1A, 1B to Mitchell, and that makes Garland the B or C option in this hierarchy for the Cavs to reach the pinnacle, which we all hope this team can get to. But it's not going to happen unless Mobley gets more aggressive and they find ways to utilize him more within this offense, as opposed to letting Garland and Mitchell just go one-on-one ISO pick and roll.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that he didn't add that 1 or 2 inside moves, because usually for big men, as we've seen them progress, they come in the league, they dominated in college. They didn't need those moves.
He didn't dominate in college, though.
I know, but what I'm saying is traditionally, big men, when they come in, they're not equipped to dominate at the NBA level because they're physically not as imposing as they were in college.
Yeah.
So they come in with size but not a whole lot of skill. I thought his footwork is probably about as it was last year. I thought, because we've heard so much about his drive, I thought he was going to go into the lab in the offseason and add 2 moves, 2 go-to moves. That you can't just add 1, because if you add 1, they know it's coming.
Yeah.
Add 2. I've heard big men talk about their progression and how they became superstars at the next level was they keep adding that 1 or 2 moves every offseason. Build that repertoire, and I don't think he did it.
And he's 19. He just turned 20.
I
He's
know.
still so young that I'm not writing him off by any means. But it is, to your point, it is a tad bit concerning, and maybe it's just we haven't seen it because Mitchell and Garland are still figuring out how's this offense going to work when we're all together. But it is a tad bit concerning. We haven't seen even that 5% offensive progress that we had hoped to see from Mobley. I watched him last year. This year,
Do you think Mitchell is stagnating that growth a little?
yeah.
Now there's 2 ball-dominant
There's 2
scorers.
guys, and they should be taking the majority of the shots. So it's just hard for
It's
Mobley
a
to
tricky
find
thing.
a place
You're trying to balance
showcase.
winning and developing at the same time.
It's like when I look at dominant big men, even in yesteryear, right? There's one thing that they all have, right? And I think the league has gone away from this, right? So when you look at Patrick Ewing is money at the elbow. Tim Duncan, money at the elbow. David Robinson, money. Hakeem Olajuwon, anything under the free throw line. Karl Malone made a living shooting that 15 and
Kareem,
17.
Robert Parrish.
All, those guys hit that shot. They not going to shoot threes, but that they know that's money.
And that makes the defense come out and guard that.
And you got Jared Allen, who's going to finish everything on the rim. I think his place should be the high post at all times.
Oh, wow.
He should be able to get that at the high post to play high-low.
Mobley?
Mobley, at all times. And then now y'all can lob. If
And
he
let
can
Allen
work,
clean up at the rim.
if he can work two, man, see, if you can alleviate Darius Garland from having to run that, you can run that with just Mobley because they're 2 7-footers and you get a little touch.
I kinda like
what
that.
He should be operating.
Then it clogs the lane, though, when you got two bigs in the paint for what Mitchell does best and what Garland does best, which is space, have open lanes. It's not counterproductive. I'm not saying it can't work, but like both said, they've played, 42 games now?
Right.
This
And
is
they
half
haven't played together
so
that many.
This whole team's played 42 games half a season. Garland's missed time. Mitchell's missed a few games. Mobley. It's gonna all fall into place when the time comes.
But here's the thing. Like, the reality of the situation is they don't have the assets to trade for a significant upgrade at the 3.
No, they don't.
They don't.
This team, as good as this team is, as fun as they can be to watch at times, there's no way they're winning a championship.
They're flawed.
Right? They can't win a championship.
Not this year.
No. They're a flawed team.
Yeah.
And I talked to Jason. And they don't look. What's the names? Do you know what the Cavs unexpectedly ran across last year? They just made Lauri Markkanen a 3. You know, people say it's what he did over the offseason and he played well and unlocked him. No. Listen, when you play, I played 3 in high school. Our 4 and 5 men was like 6'7" and 6'8".
That's a big high school team.
Yeah, it's big. Like, and I'm 6'4", 6'5", playing a 3, right? When you go from being like, okay, I'm just a guy down low, to now you got to work on running people off screens, and they running you off baseline cuts, and you got to handle the ball like if they trapping. It gives you that level of confidence that it's like, oh, okay, I could do this. And you see Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen will take the ball from start to finish. He finishes in the lane. He shoots. That's that confidence level. Yeah. They might not be able to get a 3, but if you could turn Mobley into a 3, you'd have solved a whole lot of stuff. Because you can find a stretch 4. You could find a guy that can only shoot 3s. But if you could turn Mobley,
3 is the missing link right
now. Because here's the thing, I watched him switch. The thing the Cavs do a really great job. If you switch Mobley or Allen, they don't get beat.
Yeah.
They do not. They recover. They can hedge. They get back. They got good feet. Guards don't even beat them off, and they still long enough to contest if you do a step back. So if they can go that route, I don't know if he has the requisite offense to be out there yet, because he can't.
He doesn't.
He can only take 1 or 2 dribbles either left or right before they cut him off. He needs to work on being able to get the ball on the ground and get all the way to the basket. But maybe that's the fix, because they are 1-3 away from legitimately being contenders.
For all the talk about wanting to win one without LeBron, I'm still thinking about LeBron in a year.
Oh, he is the perfect fit on this roster, too. He's literally the perfect fit.
You add him to this team.
This team can't win a championship as is. We can pretend they can, but they can't.
They can win the first. I got them going first round.
But that's only if they can get.
If they're home court.
Right. If they're the 5 seed, like, are they beating Philly or Milwaukee or Brooklyn or Boston?
No.
They could.
They could, but in the playoff,
I don't think they are.
Those teams are all veteran playoff teams.
If Brooklyn is without one of their 2 superstars,
that's a different
and that's
story.
likely, the way they roll. What do you got, Earl?
So it seems like, and it sounds like, all of you are not really satisfied with the offensive progression of Evan Mobley. What about the other side of the ball? What about the defensive side?
Oh, he's a star.
I thought he was great to begin with.
He's a star.
I mean, but when you look at him, I thought there was a lot of room to improve offensively, and I expected to see some growth this year offensively, but I haven't. But yeah, defensively, I was happy with him last year, and I'm happy with him now.
But again, as we said, not all his fault, because he's just not getting the ball that much.
Sure. And I don't know that he's going to, moving forward, they're not going to switch their offense to run it through him.
If you got, think about it, you got, for all defensive team, you got 2 guys that I think could legitimately be all NBA defensive team.
Allen and Mobley, absolutely.
Allen and Mobley. And Mobley can get, I mean, he can just keep going higher. Because like I said, if you switch in the pick and roll, with some of these smaller guards, he's not giving much back right now. He's just sensing where it's at. If the Cavs wanted to be a superb defensive team, and they went out and found a lockdown 3 position, the Cavs could win in an alternative way, which is you can't score.
Yeah. By the way, Steve mentions a good point that we expected Donovan Mitchell to get booed. He didn't get booed at all.
No, in fact, he got a rousing ovation. They gave him a nice video tribute
and everything.
And I think a big part of that was, again, we talked about it yesterday and joked, if there's no one in a forest to hear a tree fall, does it make a sound? The story with his, I thought, pretty inflammatory quotes just didn't gain any traction, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
I can't figure out why.
This is viral stuff, right? I don't know why certain news stories hit and some don't. That would be. Here's the thing. That a couple years ago.
Was it because it's Salt Lake City and just no one gives a rat's ass about them?
I think race issues during the pandemic just burned everybody out. Like race.
Yeah, but imagine if when a player says something about race in Boston, we lose our damn minds.
Yes. But Boston has a history and a reputation.
So does Salt Lake.
And I was saying, but so does Salt Lake.
But Salt Lake isn't Boston. Yeah. So I wonder if that was what left it on the cutting room floor.
He's such a nice.
He's a likable dude.
He's well spoken.
He doesn't say anything controversial. Yeah. That's why, to me, this was such a big story.
He's well spoken.
He said he hated guac in our interview, and that kind of went not mini viral, but now every time guacamole gets put online.
Guac's disgusting.
Yeah,
Guac's delicious.
Love guac.
Gross.